Ladies and gentlemen, I looked at chat at the wrong second there. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a public service announcement to tell you about something that is terrible, awful, atrocious, and indeed all abominable. It's not about FF6. This ignore that. That's not relevant. Trust me. So there I was, looking at games on mobile. And I've already talked about what I was doing. I was trying to find good mobile games. I failed. So I was like, okay, there's got to be something. There's got to be something somewhere. And I discovered something. I'm just going to play it for a bit. I will let you tell me what's wrong with this. For the record, that's not the streaming software. Nor is it my thing that's capturing the game. That frame rate is how it actually plays on the phone. Near as I can tell, it's about 8 to 10 frames per second. Give or take. Now, this is why this is a public service announcement. Because this is so alien. This is so unusual. I have no idea how to explain how stupid this is. I really don't, okay? So you ready for this? This is not a bad port. This is a deliberately bad port. Okay? I'm going to explain this to you. Hang on. Let's just watch this. Watch this. You ready? Oh, crap. I didn't actually mean to kill him. Shoot! Hang on. Sad that I still have it memorized. Okay, so it's... Yeah, here, let's do these. I want you to watch up my Cutman energy. You see that? You see how I'm using up my Cutman energy? I'll use up the whole thing just to really make my point across. Okay. Point number 1. Infinite lives. Point number 2. Every time you die, your weapon energy is refilled to full. Now, I'm not going to go through the rest of this, because that would involve actually playing more of this, and I'd rather chew my eyes out than play the rest of this. Especially on these absolutely terrible controls. In fact, I just want this crap off my screen. I pulled up a list here. Go away. Pulled up a list. You're going to have to give me a moment to pull it back up. Give me just a moment. I want to explain to you all the things wrong with this game, okay? Obviously the frame rate. Duh. If I can find it. Where's the freaking list? This is not it, is it? Damn it, hang on. Oh crap, did I lose the list? How the hell did I lose the list? Ah, damn it. How did I lose the list? How is that even possible? Alright, just a second. I want to give you the full extent of how bad this is, and then I want to explain to you how bad it is on top of that. Ah, I think this is it. Here we go. Okay, full list of things that are wrong with this, okay? Obviously, the frame rates are bad. The thing is, the frame rates are also inconsistent. I don't know if you guys actually saw the fact that I was jumping through blocks, but you can jump through things because the frame rates are so inconsistent that in some cases you're not actually where you think you are. The physics are wrong, as in the physics engine of a NES game was actually ported incorrectly, but I'll get to that in a moment. Hit detection is completely off. Everyone's hitboxes is wrong. The music is legitimately off-key. I don't know if you heard that either, but, you know, anyone with the kind of audio memory of that could tell the music is literally wrong. It's off-key. There's no controller support. I'll shrug at that one. The weapon strengths have been completely changed, as in, for those of you not aware who've never played a Mega Man game in depth, each weapon strength does like X amount of damage to X type of enemy. So those have all been completely changed, in almost every case making them worse. Enemy hit points have all been changed, almost universally making them less. Foreground layers legitimately don't work in several levels, which makes it so you actually literally can't see certain sections of some stages. Some of the graphical effects are missing, making it so that's... Obviously you have infinite retries and continues, I already mentioned that, which makes 1-ups completely pointless. The full weapon energy on retries makes conserving weapon energy completely pointless. The AI on enemies has been changed in several cases, and when I say changed, I don't mean made smarter. In fact, I wouldn't even say made stupider, it's just weird. Bosses have been nerfed across the board, both in terms of their stats, the amount of weapon damage they do, the amount of health they do, and of course their AI, which is just weird. In many cases, the text is literally in the wrong point of the screen, so you either are missing some of the dialogue, or some of it is off the you know that little text thing pops up, right? They got rid of the original credits. The pause trick doesn't reduce. Gravity has been changed. And of course, there are multiple fonts that they use for the game. So why does this piss me off? Very, very simple answer. This is not a crappy port. This is a deliberate crappy port. If you don't fully understand what I'm saying, and I did a little digging into this, the changes I just listed were done deliberately. Someone went out of their way to actually adapt Mega Man for the phone, for mobile, and made all these terrible changes which are universally bad. I don't even have words for that. I mean, crappy ports are all over the place. They're so common it's not even... I was just playing one earlier with Banner Saga, where you just take a port and pop it onto the phone, or the PC, or the PlayStation, for example. Those kind of ports are simple, but those are all universally lazy ports. This is not a lazy port. Effort was put into this. Real effort was put into making this bad. And it's not. It's actually Mega Man 1 through 6. It's the whole friggin' thing. Mega Man 1 through 6 has been deliberately, intentionally ported badly. And that's what gets to me about it, because I don't see that often. Most ports I see, I've railed against ports for years. I'd say going back to like the late 90s or early 2000s, whatever it was, when FF4, 5, 6, and Chrono Trigger came out on the PlayStation, because those were bad ports, right? But this is the first time I have had to actually look at something and say, and now I have to make a new distinction between lazy ports and bad ports. Because now I have an example of a truly bad port, as opposed to a port that was just toss it on the system and see what happens. Which is what most bad ports are. I'm in shock. This is ridiculous that they would actually bother to do that. I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else to say. I just wanted to talk about that because it's stupid and terrible. And oh, and by the way, those games are of course cost. Let me actually pull it up really quick. I'll tell you about this. Yeah, so that game was $5. Or no, excuse me, $3. You can buy each of the games for I'm saying this. I'm still saying it. $2. The game was $2. You can buy each of the game for $2, or you can buy Mega Man 1 through 6 for $10. And for God's sakes, don't. Oh, and by the way, Mega Man X is also on here, and it's also garbage, from what I understand. I did not buy that one. I have never encountered this. I have never encountered something this mind-bogglingly bad. I don't know when this came out. It was updated Oh no, never mind. It came out January 5th, 2017. So I guess this is actually very new. That's even funnier because there is actually a port of the classic Mega Man games, which is available on like the PC and the 3DS and the PS4 and the PS3 and the Wii U and the calculator and the phone and the shark and the pillow and the printer. And that's actually a pretty decent port. In fact, I would go so far as to call that a good port. Which makes this even weirder, because that was done like a year ago. Anyways, moving on. I just really had to talk about that. That blew my mind. That blew my mind. Okay, so I'm going to get set up for the real explorations we're doing today, which is not Dragon Quest VIII. I'm not going to do an exploration on a game that I've beaten twice, even though this is the 3DS version of it. Near as I can tell, it is basically just the PS2 version of it. It's just on the 3DS. I'm looking forward to playing it. Don't mistake me, but yeah. So anyways...